I've got a diary here, a little kid's journal. It's kind of a handwritten diary. Don't worry, I'll pass it around so you can all see it. So it kind of takes place somewhere in the late 70s. The girl's name was Alice Marais. Okay, so this took place in the Western Cape, although some of what you're about to hear also takes place in Johannesburg. I also have here a letter which was an exchange of correspondence between her psychologist here in Cape Town and a paranormal psychologist up in Johannesburg, a guy by the name of Martin Robinson. So if I'll just pass that around, you can kind of take a look at it. I also have here some kiddies blocks. You may have all had some like this. Also belonging to Alice Marais. I'll explain at the end how I got hold of all of these things. So you can just check those out. And then I have some photographs here. This is Alice Marais. We've got Philip and Janet Marais. Those are her parents. And then here we have, this is the Red Cross Children's Hospital, which still exists today. It's actually in Rondebosch. So that is, of course, where Alice found herself. So at the age of 9, when she started writing the diary, she had a number of tragedies that befell her and her family. And she started having some experiences with an alternative, a friend initially that she thought that she was talking to, a child called Ash. Now Ashley, it turns out, was a figment of her imagination. And by the end of the story, you can see there's been a full transformation where Alice becomes Ash. You'll read the letter.
Yeah.
Right, so I need you to read the whole thing, Leah. So it's quite old, so there's...
Okay.
So this is the letter, just to give you context again. This was written by Dr. Robinson in Johannesburg in response to Dr. Strauss, who was actually Alice's doctor. He'd had a bit of a tragedy happen in the hospital while Alice was there. And in desperation, he reached out to his friend Dr. Robinson in Johannesburg.
Dr. Strauss, thank you for sending me the articles belonging to child subject Alice Marais. The diary was indeed an intriguing and somewhat disturbing read. I can appreciate that having explored all known methods of psychoanalysis, you have turned to, shall we say, less conventional method to help this young patient. I have examined the book thoroughly and conducted experiments on it. The results have me convinced that this book is indeed possessed or haunted.
Some of the things that we use are slates. These are like kids' slates that you would have seen at school, for instance. Christelle's got some experience with schools with these slates. So we're not going to use these right now. We'll actually use these later. Let me just chuck a piece of chalk in there. So we're just going to keep it over there. Now, what we need to do firstly is we've got to establish if we've got any contact, if Alice is actually here in the room with us. And to do that, we use another ancient device, something that was actually developed in Victorian days. Just kind of push that in like that. So actually there's an interesting story behind these. I mean, I could do a whole story on the spirit bell, but these were actually invented because back in Victorian times, people were afraid of being buried alive. So a lot of people had these actually outside their graves. I think what we should probably do, if we can, is just get all of you to come a little closer around the table. So come all the way around this side as well. Link hands. I'm not going to be a part of the circle. Okay, now we're just gonna, in a very calm way, and I need everybody in the room to believe that this is possible. We're gonna ask Alice to give us a sign. Alice, are you with us?
Alice, are you with us? What the actual?
Thank you, Alice.
I'm actually confused of what happened there.
Okay, so let's proceed with the experiment. You can take your seats again. Thank you, guys.
That's pretty freaky.
Okay, so let's turn our attention to the book now.
Hate this. Okay, got it.
You found the date?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want you to say anything.
Okay.
Just getting a sense. I'm just gonna try and see what you're seeing through Alice. Could you go 2 days back from where you are right now?
Okay.
I'm seeing, oh, it's just too terrible. She's really, really missing her dad a lot. Are there like maybe red hearts drawn?
Yes.
Maybe your dad is even represented as an angel with wings. So she's missing him so much. She says everything's not the same since her dad died, since he went to heaven. She's distraught. Oh, it's terrible. I want you to go back to the date that you chose originally and go 1 day forward. Oh, she's encountered Ash. There's a picture of her. She's got these terrible red eyes. She's angry with Ash. Ash is mean. Ash does things to me. She blames me for things. She wants me to go away. Go back to the day that you were on. She's confused. Everything's different. Nothing's the same. I don't feel like I'm me. Everything's different. Everything feels different. That's what she's saying. Do any of those things make sense? So I'm also seeing, looking at that picture of Ash, are there flowers drawn, lying on the floor maybe, like ripped out? Ash hates flowers. She's destroying them. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so you settled on a date that just meant something to you. And that's what's going on for young Alice. It's tragic. Page through the book, in between the entries, there are also some, there are not many of them, but there are some drawings of the blocks. Here, she says, my blocks talk to me. So there's another picture with the blocks. Lex, can I ask you just to look through the book? Find those drawings with the blocks on. So just have a look through.
Can I choose any picture with blocks on it?
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. But something where you're kind of looking at the word and you're going like, I don't know, there's something kind of talking to me here.
Okay.
Okay, you have one.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter if you tell everyone because we're actually going to need to help you here.
So I can make a word with the block.
Yeah, so now we're going to make that word using these blocks.
Okay.
Do you want someone to help you?
Okay.
It's just so you get the. Okay, so the word is enter a. Or enter you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you make that word using these blocks on the table?
That word.
Yes.
Might take a while.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's put them together. Okay, so it's kind of bizarre. It's really bizarre that you chose that word. And I'll tell you why. Can you guys just gather around here? Because we've got these photos, and I noticed when I was going through the collection earlier that you'll see they don't really have anything written on the back except this one of Alice. Oh no. So there's definitely some kind of connection here, but I'm still not getting the significance of this word and what does it actually mean. So maybe there's some more clues in that picture there. Maybe here in the paragraph. This brings me to the children's blocks that were included with the diary. Whilst I still need to conduct further tests, blah, 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 it is my belief these toys are the gateway to the parapsychological event that led to the ultimate manifestation of Ashley. The diary appears to provide instructions to unlock the secrets. I have to say that even with my experience, I'm apprehensive to go down this road. Something definitely lies underneath. I'll report back in my next letter.
Do you see any clues?
Do you see any clues?
Asking me. Oh.
So, just if you look, yeah, he mentions that word as well, which I thought was kind of interesting. Chris, can I ask you to just take these slates? Maybe just hold them over your legs. Yeah. Okay, so the other way that, and Ash mentions this in the book as well, that she was also able to communicate, as Alice, was able to communicate with Ash using these slates. But I think that what she was really trying to tell us was that what the clue that we were looking for was underneath the blocks. Lex, can I ask you to just grab the blocks by the sides like this?
Yeah.
And turn them over without changing the order, all the way around.
One more time, or
Put them down. Does that spell a word?
demons.
Oh, I don't think that's a
Hold the
coincidence.
slates.
Demons.
Must what?
Listen.
Should I open it?
It's your choice.
He's like, "Arch."
Let me just show the camera.
You can actually feel it moving, right? Yeah, I felt it moving.
Let's get a shot down here.
Let's see.
I don't like that.
No, I thought if we just place one piece for this, I was showing
Send her on her way.
Just checking behind me.
Ash, are you with us? I guess we'll never know.
Well, I guess the board thing was not on. So,
Thank you, guys.